Nearly 1 year ago, when I had the structure behind me and all around me built by an amazing Amish community out of Canajoharie, New York, I made the last second decision to have a loft added to it. That is this second level you are seeing behind me. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the different features of the loft and show you guys how much space it has added to my structure. I always say it is one of the best last second decisions, financial decisions that I have ever made. The only reason it wasn't part of the original plan was budgeting concerns. I was just trying to make all of this work with what available capital I had at the time. I did pay for this structure in cash. If you guys know the Amish, they don't take loans and they do not process credit card payments. That was one of the major reasons I got a loan for the land upon which this barn sits, which I break down on this channel, is because I knew if I wanted to have something like this built, it was gonna have to happen out of pocket. When I told them I wanted a loft added to the structure, growing up, we did have horses and ponies. I thought it was gonna be like one of those second levels you see in a barn that holds hay. I thought it was gonna be this kind of shabby, unstable second level that maybe I could store things in, still not really knowing what I wanted to do with this structure or what the purpose of the business was going to be, which I am still defining. So when they built the loft you see behind me, you have to understand my jaw was dropped. Nobody paid me to post this, by the way. Everyone always comments that below. I like to share what the Amish have done for me because I think there's a lot that we can learn in our non-Amish society. I think they are some of the best living examples of what construction can and should be, especially in our world today where all the new construction I see is hideous, cheap, inexpensively made, and just makes me sad, quite frankly. So without further ado, allow me to give you guys a tour of it. Again, before I show you the upstairs, the loft in the barn is set up in a way, there's a lot of things that go on up there. It's for storage. It's where I keep some of my clothes to do different things at the farm. There is a bed in case I want to stay overnight or other people want to stay overnight while they're here, like any working farm. There is an artist studio. There is a computer. It serves all sorts of different functions, and I just cannot imagine having this barn without the loft, not to mention how much space it has added to this barn. I could even have a second loft added on this end of the barn if I wanted to, and it was not as expensive as you might think to have it added. I do break down the monetary elements related to the loft in a Substack article I will link to below. If you guys want me to talk more about the monetary elements of it, let me know in the comment section, and I'm happy to record another video. Starting off with the staircase leading up to the loft is quite possibly the sturdiest, most stable, sound piece of wooden architecture I've ever stepped on in my entire life. Maybe I'll jump up and down on it in this video for you. Every single one of these steps was brought, along with all of the wood here, was harvested and sourced from their local Amish stores. It was not picked up at Home Depot. It is local upstate New York wood. Their Home Depot is called 7M, where they were picking all of this up every morning. So just to show you here with the railings, these balusters, see these? You would think, oh, these were custom made and they picked them up somewhere. Nope, they hand drilled and put this together by hand right in front of me, right here. The whole thing, the whole railing, all of it. They did the whole thing by hand here like it was no problem. I could not believe it. And all of these black accents, the black hardware you're seeing, I did not even know they were gonna include that. I didn't know that was part of the loft process. And they of course made sure, you know, all of the different black hardware matches perfectly. That's kind of a theme in the barn for me. I try and match what they've done or uphold it. This is the underside of the loft. Look at these gorgeous, massive beams of wood. Again, when they showed up with these, I was shocked. I had no idea there would be like this, you know, aesthetic element to it. I didn't know it was gonna be included. And by having a loft added, it actually created a separate room, as you see, under it. There's no door or anything, but we call this the tavern room because there are lantern lights hanging from it that they did find on Amazon. And I don't know if this video is kind of showing how spacious this room is. I am possibly thinking about turning this into a flower drying space come this spring and summer. I want to get into drying flowers and herbs. I call it girly farming. This is girly farming that will be going on here, and I will be very happy doing it. If I take you guys over here, even this, like just the little touches, like they didn't have to put in this little piece right here to match the other side, but they did, because there just would have been a huge gap. And all of it, it's simple. A lot of the things they've done are simple, but it adds just a high quality, expensive, you know, classy, timeless look that I haven't really seen in other structures around here. Just showing you guys the back of the stairs. I mean, like these things, this thing will be here long after I'm dead. Way, way, way long after I'm dead. Going up the stairs, listen, nothing shakes. Oh my God, I also love this, the railing. Beautiful. They took it upon themselves to pick all of this out. They are also interior designers, as you will see from this video. Okay, when I get up to the top of the loft, you guys are getting a peek at this far side of it. I often come up here and admire the interlocking mortise and tenon joinery that they did, pegs and glue, no nails. And you really don't realize how kind of messy and low budget nails make something look until you have no nails. Look at that. It's a completely different look. Here's where we're keeping some of the art. Sneak peek, really quick sneak peek, that's it. Some of the art my mom is actually working on that we want to incorporate possibly into a digital farm stand type of situation. Here's where we have, I use a laptop here. My mom paints here sometimes. This is some of my mom's artwork that we were looking for a new home for because she spends a lot of the time in Florida and it just doesn't really vibe in Florida. Here's the other side. Like any working farm, you gotta have a bed, especially if there's an incoming blizzard or something. There it is. We added a little burlap actually between the balusters to just create some privacy in the event that I start having public events down below. I don't know if you can gauge from this video how spacious this loft is. I was shocked. I again thought this was gonna be a space that held a couple hay bales, maybe 4 people. And if I ever maxed out the amount of people that could stand up here, it could easily fit 20 people. It's the sturdiest thing in the world. I will jump for you. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. I have been on floors in apartment buildings that feel more not sturdy than this loft. Here's the view down below. Huge space. I still cannot believe how big, how spacious, how useful, how multifaceted this structure is for the cost of it. Again, someone's gonna ask you guys, I'm breaking down the cost of everything associated with the structure behind me on my Substack right now. I am also breaking down different elements of it in videos on YouTube. They are their own dedicated videos. I have so many more videos coming your way. Do not fret, I am not gatekeeping anything from you. I love to share things. I love to be transparent about everything. I'm just taking my time working through it. I don't want to accidentally share a figure that was incorrect. I have to cross-check things and invoices, and just bear with me. Patience is a virtue, okay? Basically, if you're building a barn dominium, a barn structure, a rural business, somewhere you want to grow flowers, somewhere you want to host workshops, I cannot recommend having a loft added enough, especially if you're working with Amish people. And I always do share in the videos, the Amish company that built my whole structure was Blue Rail Excavating. Please only call them if you are in upstate New York. They're not in Maine, they're not in Colorado. Please only call them if you are near them. And the subcontractors who did the actual woodworking, because Blue Rail is an excavation company, the guys who did all of this woodworking, their company name is Doolittle Renovations, and they are also in the Canajoharie, New York area. I'm about an hour and a half from them. That was kind of the max that they would travel, although they did just let me know they accepted their first project in Western Massachusetts. I think it's a 2-hour trip for them every day, and I was excited to hear that. They're very ambitious, very entrepreneurial people that I look up to immensely. Nobody paid me to record this. I haven't talked to them in months. I am just sharing this because I think about it nonstop. Obviously, I look at it every single day, so I can't shut up about it. Just beautiful. I hope you guys like, I added a shelving unit right there. I plan to add more in here. I know everyone who gets bothered by the echo, don't worry. Eventually there will be enough things in here that it will no longer echo. I promise you, but the echo doesn't really bother me. Oh, and I hope you guys like the new curtains I added. The dark hunter green ones. I think they look nice. I hope you guys liked the tour of my loft. It's like a tour of my crib here. If you guys like this type of video, let me know below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I always sign off with $24 trillion worth of farmland is about to be for sale in our country. It's not even about to be, it is starting now. Farmers are retiring. They're aging out of the business of farming. A lot of nefarious actors want to get their little fingies on this farmland. From foreign entities to Wall Street, I would much rather you guys buy this farmland. Even if you buy just 1 acre, you'd be amazed what you can do on 1 acre. And if possible, hire the Amish. Many, many more videos to come, so be sure to stick around.